Hi guys, what's up everyone? Welcome back to our channel once again. So GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition is just about at most 10 days away, and I really wanted to present some ideas regarding its missions, its gameplay, its enhancements in this video. I will be broadly explaining 5 hard missions that we are not looking forward to replaying in the GTA Trilogy Remastered, because there are certain elements in the trilogy where they are definitely annoying, and revisiting them is definitely a very difficult task. While graphical and gameplay enhancements should prove to be worthwhile improvements, there are other areas of these iconic games that may not be easy to fix, and the games featured in the GTA the Trilogy Definitive Edition are infamous for having missions that can be very difficult to get through, whether it's because of the aggressive enemy AI or the finicky controls of the games. As exciting as GTA the Trilogy appears, replaying these missions is sure going to dig up those old nightmares for some of the gamers of the favorite franchise. So this is Fenris Wolf on behalf of Gamer Overlord, and I do request you all to please watch this video till the end. Whatever information or details I share in this video, if you find it relatable, do hit the like as well as the subscribe button. Make sure you click that bell icon for more regular news updates, leak expansions, reviews, and all of the interesting stuff that we bring to you guys. So making myself and everything else clear, let's get started. The Grand Theft Auto series is one of the most publicly recognizable in all of the gaming franchises, and a large part of that success goes to games such as GTA 3, Vice City, and the San Andreas. These games have been revisited by numerous longtime fans over the years and generations, and many newcomers to the series have discovered them and built an appreciation for the classics. That lasting appreciation hasn't gone unnoticed by Rockstar, and now Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy Definitive Edition will give gamers a brand new way to play these titles, which are responsible for the current generation of the sandbox games. Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy Definitive Edition promises to collect GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, all while giving each game some major overhauls. So here's the top 5 list of those games that are going to be very difficult to play for the gamers of this era, especially gelling with the gamers who used to play the old GTA Trilogy. Starting at number 5 is GTA 3's Espresso To Go. Now, Grand Theft Auto 3 is fondly remembered for pioneering the sandbox game as gamers know it today, but it also shows the most age compared to the other franchise entries, and that is most apparent when playing the mission Espresso To Go. Now, the premise of the mission is relatively straightforward. Players just need to destroy cartel-owned coffee stands just spread around the city, and unfortunately GTA 3 doesn't have a mini-map, and the mission is under a tight timer that can make the experience incredibly frustrating for those that don't have every corner of Liberty City memorized. Timer missions are not new in GTA, but especially starting with this, I think is going to be a very horrible experience, especially for the new gamers who will be trying out the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition. And I don't know how this is going to be, but the enemy AI is also very much tight, which means that during the tight timer, you need to execute all your plans and just destroy all the cartel owns and get out safely as well. Unless GTA the Trilogy Definitive Edition has updated the game to include a minimap, Espresso To Go will probably be just as difficult as it was 20 years ago. Coming at number 4 is GTA Vice City's Demolition Man. Now, GTA Vice City saw Tommy Vercetti take on all kinds of jobs in his criminal exploits, and the mission Demolition Man served as one of the most infuriating missions ever made in the whole of GTA franchise. What would eventually become one of many RC vehicle tasks, Demolition Man saw players control a helicopter to drop bombs through a construction site littered with workers. The controls of this helicopter were difficult to get the hang of, and the near superhuman awareness of the workers made this mission needlessly painful. While GTA the Trilogy is going to have a GTA 5 style controls, odds are it won't make this mission any more enjoyable as well. While you have got the RC helicopter in control, you also have to check on the timer, because on the set time you have to plant all the bombs in the building, which is more challenging than we speak. Other than that, there are also security guards dropping it with guns, shooting the RC helicopter down, which is highly infuriating, because in the last moment when you are going to plant the final bomb, you end up messing up the whole sequence, because you find a security guard with a pistol on the 3rd floor and he just shoots your RC helicopter down. Coming at number 3 is GTA San Andreas' supply lines, and GTA's RC vehicle missions did not get much easier when it came to San Andreas as well. Just when players thought that Demolition Man was rough, San Andreas' supply lines came in to steal its crown, and this mission requires players to control an RC plane to take out various couriers, and it seems all of the odds were stacked against them. The plane was almost impossible to control, and there are both a timer and a fuel gauge that players had to manage, and if any armed guard spotted the plane, it would only take a few shots to put it down. While Supply Lines has received necessary updates in other ports, the sting of the original version will very much be present in the GTA Trilogy. With respect to GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, I think the enemy AI has to be lesser aggressive, especially because the plane is shot down with 2 or 3 blows. And I think the fuel gauge has also to be, monitored more carefully when you go on to deliver these courier missions. And definitely I hope that GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition won't be as disappointing as it was in the original. And I hope they fix some of the AI that is associated with this mission. Coming at number 2 is GTA Vice City's Death Row. A common thread with many of the difficult GTA missions from the early days is that many of them operated under a brutally strict timer. While the franchise has dialed back the difficulty of these missions somewhat with Grand Theft Auto 5, Vice City's Death Row mission did not hold back in challenging players with its timer missions. For this mission, player had to bring Tommy Vercetti to a junkyard before the character Lance was killed. The struggle comes from the unforgiving timer paired with Vice City's occasionally clunky controls, making Death Row into one of the few missions that really fits its name in more ways than one. Now the challenge with the timer is also by watching at Lance's health as he's being kidnapped by the mafia led by Sonny Forelli. Now the thing is that you go and end up saving Lance in a more aggressive enemy AI environment that you end up dying yourself. Even if you go past through that enemy AI and reach Lance, you end up seeing Lance dead as well. So the challenge there is, maintain with the timer, see Lance's health, and also, destroy all the enemies that come in you, especially with the cheats that you have to deploy in a shorter period of time. Finally, coming at number 1 is GTA San Andreas' Wrong Side of the Tracks. Now, GTA San Andreas contains arguably one of the worst missions in the series' history, titled Wrong Side of the Tracks. This mission has CJ drive a motorcycle with Big Smoke riding on the back, while the two chase down a train full of gangsters. All players have to do is ride alongside the train while Big Smoke shoots at the gangsters, but San Andreas doesn't exactly make this easy. Not only is navigating the obstacles along the train tracks difficult, but Big Smoke doesn't put much urgency into taking down the gangsters atop the train. And to top it all off, whenever players fail the missions, Big Smoke mocks them by shouting, "All we had to do was follow the goddamn train, CJ." The more you try to repeat the missions, the more you see Big Smoke, taking time to take down the gangsters while you have to, guide your bike to the path of the train, dodging obstacles. You just get irritated with how Big Smoke is actually shooting at the gangsters, taking time. Well, I can also say you can't blame on yourself, because even if you perfectly try to do the mission, you can only blame on the opponent AI and to Big Smoke's AI, or whatever you can say about that, on how you have to finish the missions, because you're not actually shooting down the gangsters. It's Big Smoke's doing it, and he's actually, kind of screwing it up all. There's no doubt that Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy Definitive Edition is going to be a landmark release for the franchise, giving fans new and old a remarkable remaster of all the 3 classic games. The trilogy's graphical updates have already proven to be a big hit across the board, and it seems Rockstar is doing what it can to bring these older titles into the current age of gaming. Hopefully, new features like being able to immediately restart failed missions will make GTA the Trilogy's harder tasks a little less painful this time around. So that's it from the video, guys. There are a hell lot of missions that has to be mentioned in this list, but these are the main 5 missions that I struggled growing up with this franchise and with the GTA Trilogy. So this means that there is some suggestions that you can give in the comment section about the hardest missions that you have played, and replaying them, will you be able to finish them at one go or not? Do express your views in the comment section. Also, do follow our Discord server for short updates that we won't be coming in our videos. Also, do follow our Instagram and Twitter handles for cryptic tweets regarding some of the gaming news, updates, reviews, and all of the stuff that we would be bringing of your favorite games. That's it. We'll be seeing you guys in the next one.